Hey, my name's Eric. I'm making animated faces you can talk to. It's in a piece of software called Wisp. That software is available as open source, but you go to when you're using Wisp, you go to a web browser, and it looks like this. The interface for making the faces, right? By the way, I'm gonna take today to explain Wisp a little bit more than usual. Let me get this size so we don't have like my face peeking behind my face. Oh boy, this is fidgety work. All right, there, close enough. All right, what is the point of Wisp? Okay. So generally what you're trying to get to is something that is not visible yet, which is a playable scene where there is a face of a character that says things to you and you say things back to it, and it uses speech recognition to hear what you're saying and respond to it in an interactive way. So much earlier in this year, I had figured out how to create these interactive spiels, I call them, which is just a way to have a character say a bunch of lines, but also define all the interactivity as you go. Your ability as a player to interrupt that character and ask questions or respond to questions that the character asks. Okay. And then I got that working, and then I realized that without all the other parts put together, it wasn't going to be that fun or interesting to look at. I needed animated faces. It's one of those things where the experience has a tipping point. This is my theory anyways, as you increase like the quality along multiple axes. And at a certain point, I think it's going to feel like I'm talking to a cartoon character. You won't be completely convinced it's like a natural human interaction with somebody else. It's not going to pass the Turing test, but it will feel like talking to somebody, and it will be fun. And there's all kinds of little tweaks and nuances to it. How you interrupt somebody, when you're allowed to talk, when they will interrupt you, the expression on the character's face at different points. So all these things are important. So I thought I'll focus on getting an MVP, minimum viable product, is the terminology for the face editor. Make sure I have animatable faces that can be used for this interactive speech. And also, I want the ability to create a whole bunch of them, because at some point I'll want to create a ton of little demos of conversations you can have. And I want to be able to have a variety of characters behind them, all of them animatable. And then I can build that up into something larger at that point. So this face editor thing, recently what have I done? Well, 2 days ago I already demoed this. I made it so that you could change the skin color. Okay, so that is recoloring the assets using a hue, saturation, value formula. It just whatever. It's an adjustment to the hue, saturation, and the brightness, as well as another contrast operation applied to it after that. Okay, so I want to do a similar thing with hair, but I haven't done as much work previously. Morning stomach stuff. I haven't done as much work previously to write all the code that does the changes to hair colors. The assets aren't set up to have good starting colors. So it'll be a fair amount of work. It's probably going to be a few days of work to get the hair color working. But I do have like a little palette here. And right now it doesn't do anything to change the hair. It just, underneath the hood, it starts the operation that does the recoloring, but the operation completes without actually doing anything to the hair. This palette here, I'm not entirely happy with. The first thing I'm going to do in this session, maybe the only thing I'll do in this session, because I think I want to get brunch with my family in about an hour, is just update this palette so that it has a little bit better colors. I did base this off of a chart I found on the internet, and then I realized that chart that somebody made was about hair color ideas as opposed to here are all the hair colors that people typically have. It's a problem if I just search for hair chart or hair color chart or even cartoon hair chart. It brings up a lot of stuff which is aspirational to people's beauty wants. And it's just kind of buried, and I can't find a real good chart to use, so I'm just gonna have to make my own. This one that I worked from as a starting point, I'll show it. Images, google.com. Google has a better image search than DuckDuckGo. Cartoon hair color palette. Okay, I saw this and I said, I like this. I like this because it's going outside the bounds of normal hair colors, and it's saying, you know, here's some different cartoon character colors that you might like. Well, they didn't say cartoon character colors, but the person who posted it, but I saw it as cartoon characters. But it's not great for representing like every kind of hair color you might want. And I also noticed that this last color, this dark color, a lot of times is maybe too dark to look like anything. So I'm just going to start with the palette that I had here, and oh, are you going to add new ideas? Great. And use that to as a starting point, and I'll make adjustments. So like all these boxes that look pretty much black, I'll make them a little bit lighter so that they actually look like, you know, a continuation of the two colors before them. You'll see light, medium, dark, light, medium, dark. This one's okay, right? This one looks like a real color. This one's probably okay. This one, I don't know about that. Although actually this one was meant to be more like a black. So this might be the one where I actually want to darken these two a little bit. But this one though, just make that a dark brown, which is what it is, but it's like a super dark brown. It looks almost black. So this one, this one, this one. These down here I might change from colored to silver, because I do need some representation of like a just hair that's gone gray for all the people that have gray hair in a world, you know, the wise old man and all that. And there's already quite a few blues in this and purples, so I think I'll just replace that to make it silver. But yeah, let's start fixing these. Okay, these will make dark. Well, here. Screenshot that. Bring it over to Photoshop. So I did just I did just take the exact RGBs out of this. But yeah, as I'm saying, they're not that great for my purposes. Here's another hair chart that I started working with, and it's like I don't need all these shades, and they're not covering a wide enough range. So get rid of that. Okay, so if I take this guy and just Let's make it darker. Paint bucket tool, where you at? Okay. Yeah, so I do like that better. Okay. I'm gonna forget which ones changed if I don't change them as I go. So let's go. So Wisp, okay. Okay, in the selectable colors. Okay, ink black, light, and ink black. Yeah, okay. And then let's take this one. Okay. So now, if I come back to here, I can see some darker colors. I feel like the middle one could go a little bit darker. Okay, come back to here. Yeah, so that looks better. Okay, next one. This one looks good. This one here, it's not so good. Okay, we'll come down a little bit. Okay, and then, yeah. See, much more useful. As hair colors go. Okay, so that one, what is that? It's going to be first, second, third, fourth color grouping. Okay, first, second, third, fourth, whoops, first, second, third, fourth. Is that right? That was right. Okay, cool. Then go on to the next one. Bam. This one isn't bad. It's not bad. Let me just make it a little bit between those two extremes. Yeah, I like that better. So if you ever want to darken or lighten a color in this kind of space, a good way to do it is to follow an angle. And the angle, if it can be 45 degrees or it can be a different angle. Depends on the ratio of this part to this part. So if you picture a line that goes from this corner to this part here, that's the line you follow along. So if I want to go darker, I go down here. If I want to go lighter, I go up this way. And that'll keep the same hue as you go, and same saturation. Okay, copy that, and then let's make the replacement. It'll be grayish brown, dark, bam, like that. Come back here, check it out. Yeah, it looks right. Green. See, that's way too dark. So again, just looking at the angle, it's going like this. I want to go a little bit darker, so I follow the angle. Sea green dark. There we go. This one's okay. I can leave that one alone. This one's okay. This one's okay. This one, too dark. So grab that one. Angle coming down this way. And yeah, I think that's good. Then we come back over here. Oh, it's gonna be a little harder to figure out. Where is this? Is this this is royal purple, I think. Okay, royal purple dark. Okay. That one's too dark. Oh, here, just for consistency. There we go. There we go. Okay, this one's at a shallow angle. Purplish red dark. I think that's what I'm looking at, yeah. Okay, and there's like a pastel blue. I feel like that's represented well enough up here, even though that's maybe a redder tint, but that's good enough. So let's use this for silver. That means I'll have to rename it, but I could honestly just change this last one to be more like this one, which doesn't have that much saturation to it. Okay, so if I follow the line, it goes way off into the blue, and I'm trying to get less saturation, so I'm going to go this way instead. So there's a little bit of blue there, but it's not bad at all. It's quite usable as a gray hair color. Let's just rename this to silver. Okay, since I renamed that, I gotta go in and fix a few things here. I also need to go over to my other project, WebFace, and change the constant here. Okay. So then, come back to WebFace and run a build. let's run a build on the Wisp web app. So I want to see quickly where my compilation errors might be, if I've got any. Okay. So in the hair color selector, I need to set these constants. Okay. Now, how you doing? We're fine. And this is a new hair color palette. How do I feel about it? All right, I'm just picturing different colors of hair. We've got a couple different options for brown. We've got dark blonde here, another brown. We're missing red, like proper red. Okay, we've got some creative options, green, blue, and purple. I might get rid of this one and replace it with red. Because there's just not much for like just a proper redhead. Okay, so that could be red. I could add maybe 3 more for another blonde. Because this is kind of a pale blonde. All right, yeah. Okay, let's replace this one with redhead. And then I'm gonna need some differentiation on blonde, because you've got proper yellow colored blonde, and then you've got your platinum blonde look, and they're quite a bit different. So I think I might make this one more towards platinum blonde and then add like classic blonde. Or maybe vice versa. This might be pretty close to classic blonde, so I could change that. Okay. Okay, but this one here gets replaced first. That's going to be redhead. I think I'll base it on like a Pippi Longstocking kind of redhead. Okay. So for that, let's do the first one. Oh god, that's so friggin' bright. Should I bring it down a little? Yeah, I think so. Should I hue it slightly orange? Yes. I think that's it right there. Okay. All right, let's get these figured out before I commit to them. So to go light, I'll come in this way. Let's keep it tight. Let's keep it tight. Okay. Now to go the other direction. I might have to change my hue angle a bit, but okay, that should make kind of a rust color. That's not bad. Yeah, that's quite usable. Okay. So let's figure out the blonde. All right, that's very mustardy. Did I lose my paint bucket? I want my paint bucket back. Paint bucket, where you at? Okay. That. And then let's go brighter. That. Let's go darker. Okay, and up here I'll make this platinum. I think these two colors are not bad already. I just need to get this last one lighter. Just take a refresher. Platinum, blonde. Is that just gonna look really white? And yeah. That's like the super light blue to yellow. But not green. Don't do green. I think it's mostly white. It's just white with a little bit of yellow in it. I don't think blue is necessarily part of it. Okay. So for that, let's take this guy. I'm gonna keep it mostly as it is. Keep the saturation low as it gets darker, otherwise it's just going to look too much. Okay. Oh, no. There we go. Alright, I'm starting to like it. Starting to like it. All right, let's do a little test. Celebrities. Can you just show me a whole bunch of different celebrities? I actually just put somebody's name at random, like Bob, and it'll show me a whole bunch of hair colors. Alright. Could we do Ed Sheeran? He's got orange hair. Not really. Am I going to try to make it so you could do any hair color? Does it really matter that you'd be able to match any hair color? At a certain point, it's not a swatch, and it's just put in the RGB values you want, or pick from a color picker any possible color. I don't really want that. For one, because I need it to work with this recoloring algorithm that I've got, which usually needs a fair amount of tweaking for each point. I do think that this pink here is not that great. That's not really a natural hair color, and I've got some other pinks if I want to do pink. So maybe I'll just make this more orange. See, there's Ed Sheeran right there. Let's go just a little more red. Or maybe just a little more saturation. There we go. That should do it. I'm starting to understand a little bit about why this hair color palette that I originally drew from doesn't follow exact hue and saturation lines as you go lighter or darker. Because the human hair does different things as you go lighter or darker. It's not just staying the same color and being brighter. Okay. So I'm going to rename this to Platinum Blonde and set the colors appropriately. Call this Platinum Blonde. And we go to the more fundamental starting place. So this is going to be Platinum Blonde. Set the colors. I think these two stayed the same, it's just this one that changed. Then let's call this other one Mustard Blonde. Mustard Blonde, Mustard Blonde. Boy, there's a whole bunch of places to change in my code base to make all these color changes work. But I'm hoping that these will not have to change for years. That's why I'm taking a little bit of extra time today. don't think anybody wants to be called a mustard blonde. But I'm sorry. If your hair looks like mustard, that's what you are. Doesn't mean that your hair looks bad. But also it means that mustard doesn't look bad either. So open your mind. Okay. So this one after the green, it's going to change to be red. Might have all the colors in. Let me think about this one more time. I changed this guy here. I changed these three. I'm going to say that this looks wrong right here. I'll fix that in a moment. And then they added this. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you got really purple over on that side, so alright, here's another useful color on the way to full red-headedness. Yeah. Alright, let's see what I'm updating for that one. Blood orange dark. That's what it was. I like this extra little bit they added to some of these things. I'm gonna call this clown red. Hopefully I won't offend somebody that has bright red hair. All right. Okay, that's good. I'm gonna go with that palette. I think it's a solid palette. Okay, lots of changes to make. Lots and lots and lots. Okay, color selector. What are the constant changes? Platinum blonde. Down at the bottom we got hair mustard light. It's a strange thing, but I've never really thought about colors and the names to give them that much. It's kind of fun. Okay, so So as far as constant changes, the names, the changes are going to be this becomes platinum, this becomes is added, this becomes clown red. I think those are all the changes. Okay, so then if I go to the hair color selector, clown red, oh, I just called it mustard. Do I like that over blonde? Let's call it mustard. Okay, that's cool. So then, what else needs to change? Over on the web face side, I gotta make changes. Let's look at the count. 40 for that. Do I have it the same on the other side? Okay. It's 47, but that also includes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, it matches. Okay, back to web face. There's another place where, oh yeah, right here. Original, blah, 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 blah. Orange, orange, orange. Reddish brown, sea green, purplish blue. This becomes clown, red light. Okay. And if I didn't match these up correctly, that'll throw an exception. Okay, I might be pretty close to getting this right. I don't know why these are marked as unused and others aren't. I don't understand that, to be honest. Yeah, weird. Okay, let's just build. So I definitely want to get this palette solidified because the next part is going to require matching this color recoloring algorithm against the intended result, which is a tweaky business, to be honest. Okay, so that built fine. Let's build Wisp as well. Let's see how it does in the app. Looks like I'm missing my mustard on the end. Looks like some of these are fucked. Let's figure out what went wrong. Wisp, okay. Hair color selector. Yeah, this is odd. What am I missing? What am I missing? Got all the selectable colors there. I must be missing the mapping. Yes, I am. Okay. So all the ones that were saying, well, all the ones that were just brown, those are missing style definitions, which means I didn't rename them. Okay, so this becomes platinum blonde. Ooh, I better go back over and check. I've got that changed in the other place too. It would be pretty valid criticism for somebody to say, why are you having to change these redundantly in so many places? Let's just say you're kind of right, but I only have to do this one time, and there's other advantages to how I've got these constants set up. But you're kind of right. My unspoken critic that I'm imagining in my head. Another person might say, why aren't you just copying and pasting instead of typing the same words again and again? And you're absolutely right, imaginary person, imaginary critic. I'm going to listen to you. And another person might say, how did you get such fabulous hair on your own head? And I would say to that person, I can't ever tell that secret. I can't ever tell you why my hair looks so cool. Hey, bro, Neverworld. What's going on? I'm making a palette of hair colors for animated faces. What's going on with you? And my apologies if I didn't notice your chat for like several moments. I get off in my own world. Let's see. This is going to be mustard. Boom. Okay. So do that. And then before I forget, come back to face. Make sure I change this to platinum. Platinum. Oh, platinum blonde. Down below, this has to also change. Platinum. Okay. Now let's see how we're doing. Oops. Stop that one. Wait for this one to finish. But while I'm at it, do I still have someplace inside of Wisp references to orange blonde? Maybe in hair color selector. No. Maybe in my definitions of the colors in the CSS defs. Nope, got that. That worked. Let's build this. NPM run build. There we go. that's building. It'll succeed. Come back over here. What's up? Still, nothing for you? I don't like that. See a few issues. These colors are way off. These are missing. That'll be a naming thing. Okay. So come back to color selector. Here, mustard light, hair mustard, etc. Okay. So you gotta be consistent with that. Okay, the other one that was weird was my clown red. Like it didn't look like they had the right colors. Clown red light. Oh, that's quite a bit different. So that's light. This, bam, is red. That is that. Okay. What? 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 Jesus. Okay, clown red light. Just one step at a time. Make sure this is exactly right. Because this is starting to irritate me. Okay. Clown red. There could be differences like in color profiles too. These are very different, so it makes me think something's extra off. Okay, so that all seems fine. I still don't know why this didn't come through. Well, oh, hold on. You gotta put hair in front. This is more of a data entry exercise than anything else. Getting all these things correct. Okay, so there's the blonde that popped in. This color here is confusingly off. Let's go see what's up with the definition under the hair color selector. Clown red, okay. Sea green, red light, red dark. Back over here. Yeah, that is a very bright red. Okay. So I'm just gonna come back again. Clown red. That's the value I've got, and that's what it looks like. Then the question is it mapping correctly? So we have sea green light, sea green dark. Those are all fine, right? Yeah, those look right. But then these guys, the middle one looks off. So that makes me think that somewhere there's a mapping issue. Color selector. Hair clown. Oh, yeah, there it is. There it is. There we go. Okay. This might be 100% correct now. It might be something I can live with for years. So I don't need to get all the colors that will ever be needed, but I do need to get a pretty good 40 color box of Crayolas for most people to use for hair coloring. This one here is like the original color. think I'm going to want some kind of icon that pops over the top that indicates it means original. Okay, but just looking at this, there's my platinum. I got two variations on brown. Sea green, my redheads, my clown red. Yeah. I'll say this mid-tone looks really close to this one, so let's make this a little darker. That's going to be a more useful color. I think I've got the same issue here. Yeah. Let's bring the saturation down. There, that's a better color. More useful color. There we go. So yeah, like I said, I don't need to get every possible color that someone might want. What I need is more like, let's get a really good base palette, and then when I'm fortunate enough to have a group of users using this thing, will be a day where somebody says, I really want aquamarine or something, and then 10 other users say, yeah, I would do great things with aquamarine, and then I'll throw in aquamarine. Or the other release valve on this is they can have their hair color be original, meaning the art acid itself, like this guy, would have the hair coloring inside of it. So in this case, that's what's being shown, is the original hair color of the art acid in this head graphic. This one has an original color in it too. I will end up changing the coloration of these to be use the base colors, these blue colors there that you see. Okay, and then from those base colors, I'll remap to all of these. Okay, 1151. I did get the palette I wanted, which is awesome. I think I might continue to use this session to add this little indicator of like original. Maybe it's just like a little diagonal stripe through it. That would certainly be easy to do. I'm going to take a look at something Photoshop does. So if you say fill that, it means no fill. I might use that same convention. Just do like a red line that goes diagonal, like none of this. Okay. And that would mean this one's got a diagonal line across, this one's got a diagonal line across. I can use a Google material icon for that too. Okay, before I do all that, let us push these set of commits up, or commit and push. I'll tell you, GitHub makes me want to push more frequently for a really stupid reason. Really stupid reason. For the this little chart thing down here. Yeah. I like little green dots on my stuff. It's dumb. It's dumb. But it means something to me for some reason. Okay, let me use like a Google material icon. Or material design icons. No. Prohibited. What's the word I want? Without. Banned. Disallow. No, these are too esoteric. Let's go back to no and just search through. They'll have one. It's just like a. It'd be like this, but with no icon in the middle of it. So what's the prefix it uses? Off. Information off. Okay. And what's this? Not off. Off. Okay, off seems to be the key word to look for. This is a Where's Waldo kind of a thing. It might not even be in here. You know, this is really easy. I just go in and make it myself. Save it as a PNG. Okay, what is the size of these? Doesn't matter, I'll just use the one that's here. Okay. So is it top left to bottom right? Or is it top right to bottom left? Top right. Okay. And it's red. Red line. So for that, yeah, I kind of like that one. All right. I do kind of wonder if I'm better off to use CSS to rotate it and scale it. The reasoning being that the resampling won't produce artifacts. In fact, I could probably just do it purely CSS. I could do SVG even. SVG format, yeah, SVG CSS. Okay, I can just use an SVG, period. Okay. SVG element. Okay, I'm going to leave that open because I like MDN, but I need something a little more tutorial or just starting. So I'll go to the less rigorous but still often very helpful W3 schools. Okay, so we do SVG and you say your width and your height. Let's start with this. Okay. Color selector. Okay, that looks expectedly fucked up. What if I say width 100%, height 100%? Okay. I don't know. What's the actual size of this thing? Of the button that's inside of it? Is it 1 REM? Is that what I did? Doesn't seem to like that. Can I just do a class name? Do I really need to? Can I just style original icon? We'll say width 5px, height 5px. I want to know if that affects the layout. It does seem to. Okay, position relative. Get it out of the left 0, top 0. Get 50. Now I cannot see them. Oh, you're gonna go all the way up there. Weird. Okay. Relative. Okay. Let's do negative 50px. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Top negative 50px. Okay, left 0, I guess. Yeah, SVGs are kind of weird. How do I get it to fit inside of a div? Size SVG, fit SVG in, yeah, that one, which must have been asked 10,000 times. View box 0, 0. Okay, I think I get that. Okay, so then that view box thing I need to set. Okay. View box equals 0, 0, 50, 50. Okay, it doesn't seem to do anything, but maybe I'm wrong. So just to make sure that I'm wrong, let's set it to something else. Okay, that does do something. I don't like this thing where it's affecting the layout of the other buttons when I have it floating above with absolute. I just don't know why it's affecting that. So this button somehow feels it needs to expand. That's annoying. Another thing I can do is put this inside the span. I could set the height of the button explicitly. Okay, let's do a line instead. I can maybe get this to look closer to the end thing. Was it line? Yeah, what's that? Now let's go back to MDN. Line. Line. Okay, you say x1, y1 to x2, y2. Got it. Okay. x1, 0, y1, 150. Yeah, still some. Let's do 100. Okay, 100. x2. No, I'm getting this mixed up. 100. Okay, x2 is going to be 0. y2 is going to be 100. Fill is not applicable. But why not stroke width? Why is that not available to me? I'll take it out for now, but I'm still like, why? Why are you not allowing me to set a line width? Okay, so that does the line. SVG set width of line. No, don't take me to JavaScript land. Okay, it's style. Okay, got it. Stroke width. Got it. style equals stroke width 2. Oh, come on, what? Does it gotta be class name for React? Is that what's up? Class name. Maybe that's it. Let's set it to something stupid. Nope, that's not affecting it. Let's do React SVG because it's going to be different. They don't use style. Oh, should I be doing this? Don't need to use path. SVG style in React. Style, yeah. No, I don't want like a whole SVG file. I want the elements, the React elements. Why does line not have a stroke width? Why does it not have a stroke width attribute? That's ridiculous. Why would line not have a stroke width? Everything else I can do stroke width. Wait. Am I just being an idiot? Of course I'm being an idiot. Okay, of course I am. Of course I am. Okay, that's starting to look right. The next thing is to get the width and height and this weird layout thing fixed. Okay. And that red is a little too much, but is there like an RGB value I can put in there? Or, here, let's come over here and take the exact same color that you used for the stroke here. Copy that, bring it back over. Okay, that's a nicer red. Okay, I think that can basically work. Let's get the layout fixed. Width, can I do this 5 REM? 2, okay. Top. -2 REM. It's a little fidgety, isn't it? -2.2. -2.4. Let's do 3. 3. That looks pretty good. I just need to fuddle with a few other things. Yeah. Okay. So let's take this, copy over to my CSS. Okay, then can I get the height of this to just chill? So the button is the first thing that's oversized. What do I say for height? Do I say anything? Okay, that will be able to clamp it down. 3 point or 2.5, 2.8. That looks close. Maybe it's down 1. Yeah. Okay. Height 2.7. So now I just need to show it only on the original. Okay. Color selector. Original icon. What? And if I come back here, yeah. Well, that's pretty good. That seems to work just fine. If I go up or down, it still does it. Cool. And then it's clear that this is something different other than another color of blue. It means no coloration. I could like do some alt values on these. No, what is it? Alt. React. Alt text. Button. Hover text. Just like a accessibility thing. I just add in some text and it'll show that when I hover. Anyways, it's about time for me to call this good and go get some brunch. So, alright, this is a good stopping point. And my stomach says it's a good stopping point too. But here's what we end up with. Fix the hair color palette to be something actually useful. Added these lines, these diagonal lines over these buttons here to indicate that these are not actual colors, they're the absence of color. No coloration performed. So yeah, that's a pretty good stopping point. So yeah, I'm gonna stop the stream right here. For anyone lurking or joining me today, thanks for joining, thanks for watching. I'll be back probably almost every day at some random time, and I'll catch you later. Stop the stream! Stop the stream!